Alright. Hi, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about Welcome Home because I love Welcome Home. I have Squid right now. We're waiting for AJ. Hi, Cloud. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Fish Sticks. We are waiting for AJ. Um, and yeah, if you guys don't know what Welcome Home is, it's a horror ARG.
YOLO.
Hi, I just hit live and I'm talking to my people real fast.
Hello, people of the universe.
So, we're going to be going over our fan theories. If you don't know what Welcome Home is, I do a little Google search because we're not explaining everything here, but we're just going over what all we found. Noelle the Squid will be joining us a little bit later. Um, AJ, can you listen to stream real fast and tell me like if everybody's voices is correct?
Yes, give me 1 second.
And I believe we're watching Squid Screen right now.
I did stop sharing, but I can pop that back up on screen really quickly. Let me
Go ahead.
share that. There we go.
Down at the bottom, we have Squid and we have AJ. Hi. I have a theory that I haven't told AJ and I haven't told Squid yet. So I gotta look up who the original theory was real fast. AJ, you're ready. Squid, you're ready.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Give me 1 second to find the person who created
It
this
sounds
theory
pretty
first.
good to me.
What was that?
It sounds pretty good to me.
It sounds balanced with their voices and stuff. Your guys' voices.
Yeah, from what I could hear.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't too quiet to where like the audience couldn't hear you. Hi everyone. Um
Alrighty. And then a reminder, chat rules. Read them. Internalize them. Do not break them.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Chat rules
No
are in
mercy.
the description of this live. If you don't know the chat rules, read them. Otherwise you can get timed out or banned. And I
There
don't
will
like
be no
doing
mercy.
that. But Squid will do it for me.
I will have no mercy.
No mercy.
None at all.
No.
I can't find the video of who created this original theory. It's probably not even original, but they're the ones who I saw it first.
Ooh, do you know what theory it was?
A game theory? I regret nothing.
I was supposed to have this pulled up beforehand, but you know.
Yeah, it's all good.
We were kind of rushing to get here.
Yeah.
We got this.
Okay, so the theory is, if I find them, I'll tag them in the description after this live. The theory is that all the neighbors in the house represent the 9 levels of hell.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so, obviously, we know that Welcome Home has a lot to do with religion. It has a lot to do with LGBTQ, and it has things to do with mental health and stuff like that. But LGBT they had an idea that Howdy was limbo because he doesn't know where he comes from. He travels alone a lot. He doesn't know where he's from, and they work through all of it together. So each one is a certain one. Yeah, I think like Barnaby was Rage, and yeah, I gotta look up all the 9
Why
levels.
Rage, I wonder?
Because he's like gets booed off stage, and there was another reason too. It was all very loose because we're only looking at 5% of the story that's out by Party Coffin.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What are
There is so much to go on.
Oh, I know.
Especially me and I found something interesting a couple of days ago. It's the thing with, it's not the D crossed out, it's multiple letters.
Right.
Oh yeah, let's go find that real fast. We had assumed the D was crossed out. Hi. Thank you, Somi.
Okay, let's find where.
Is it lagging? I'll double check.
It's not lagging too bad on my end. I also have very good internet, so maybe. Found it. Hold on.
I know chat's lagging.
Yeah, chat is always laggy, especially on YouTube.
Yeah, chat's lagging on like underneath mine, but that's just how it works. Hi. Is Welcome Home on Netflix? Welcome Home is a website. Welcome Home is a website that you go to. I can show you guys the website real fast while Squid is pulling that up.
The other one.
We now have both squids.
Hey!
Yay.
So here's this one.
Yes.
And
that's one we initially thought, yeah.
Into here, allow me to do a few things real quick.
Yes, so we had initially thought it was just the D crossed out, like most people do. Squid is looking at photos from the website. It's a website that you can go look at. It's called Welcome Home. If you Google search Welcome Home ARG, it'll pop up. It's a horror ARG. But, like, it's not just a D and an X if you look at it.
No?
Yeah,
oh, it's a bunch of letters?
Yeah. We just thought it was D crossed out, but if you look...
So, here, I'll use a little paint tool really quick. That is filter intensity, that is not paint tool. But if we look at it, so I've got it kind of a little bit clearer. It looks like an R. There's an R in there. There's the D, there's the X, and I'm actually seeing almost a Z in there now.
Huh.
That's what we found when searching for this.
That's what we found. It's probably not super clear on screen. There's not really a way to make it super duper clear.
Random question. What was the name of the in-character guy who created Welcome Home? It was Ronald?
Yeah, Ronald something.
I have it in my notes. Hold on, let me get my notes up. Let me get my notepad out.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Noah.
Okay, so his name is Ronald Dorlane.
Dorlane.
We also see a lot of
D-O-R-E-I-N-E.
hints towards D's in this.
We do see a lot of hints.
I'm gonna pull up the neighborhood real fast.
Yeah.
And show you guys the theory about the 9 levels of hell. And
all chats. Whose birthday is it?
Ooh, I don't know. Frog? Happy birthday, Frog.
Happy birthday.
Tomorrow is Squid's birthday.
It is my birthday tomorrow. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. That makes it look really obvious.
Ooh, yeah. That it's not just a D in there.
There's almost an E in there too. I don't know if you see that. That could just be
a little bit.
I'm gonna share Welcome Home on my live stream just real fast. Actually, if it'll pop up. There we go. Sorry, it lags out when I change stuff.
Oh, thank you everyone for the early birthday wishes.
Yeah. I get to hang out with Squid tomorrow on her birthday. So this is the
I'm
main
so
page of Welcome Home, if you guys don't know what it is. If we go to the neighborhood, these are all the neighbors. So they started with Howdy, and how this is all in a circle and a spiral, and how the 9 layers of hell can be considered a spiral.
That envelope is telling, by the way.
Which one?
The one on Eddie's page.
Yes, so this is okay. So we've determined also with this photo, all of these presents are for specific people. So you have Barnaby on the bottom in his hand, you have Howdy for the apple, Julie flowers for the present on top, and then Wally also. I believe the letters are also color coded to people, and that one's specifically Wally's colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the people at the restoration project said their first envelope was like a red and blue envelope.
Here's the So Below, if you guys haven't seen it yet. So, another thing that somebody pointed out, based off of the pattern of blood here, they think that House is bleeding and not Wally.
Yeah.
Why would House be bleeding, I wonder?
I don't know.
Here's what I'm thinking. My immediate visceral reaction when I see this image is that Wally painted the blood on the outside of House.
That is true, because House is red.
You see this? You think it's on the outside? I would think it was on the inside.
I feel like it's the outside because we've never seen the inside of House's eyes. So we don't know how House's eyes work on the inside. We've only ever seen them on the outside because they're behind
but
the window crosshatch.
The eyes are on the second story.
True.
That's why I thought it was inside. So, like, he would be on the second story where the eyes are. I don't think that there's anything on House for him to be at that level. You know what I'm saying?
If you look at the picture of House, it seems that they're in line with the bottom of the top of the door.
Yeah, maybe it is one story. Is there another photo of House?
I always thought it was short.
Let me take a look at a few things.
I also still would like to point out in that image with, you know, House bleeding, the window covering looks like a cross.
Yes.
So I think
but that's how a lot of places are.
Right, but I think that's on purpose.
Yeah. Party Coffin did also say, I'm subscribed to his
Ko-fi?
Yeah, Ko-fi. And he said the important themes are going to be clocks, because according to him, there's only one clock in town square, and I think another clock in home. Do you remember that correctly, AJ? No.
They mentioned
one
that
clock in
no other house.
Yeah, no houses have clocks.
No other house but home. Yeah.
No, it was town. It was the home, and it was Eddie's watch. Those are the only 2 clocks.
That is a good point.
So clocks are important. They also brought up telephones are important. I saw concept art of phones for each house, and how that's how they can communicate with each other without actually going out. And then letters are very important too. Just to show chat the letters and why I think that they're color coordinated to each person is that there's art as we go down.
I think I just noticed something.
What did you
Give
notice?
me 1 second to check and see if this is, like, legit.
Okay.
Okay. So, hop on to the neighborhood. So you notice how under the doors of every single house, there's, like, nothing underneath them?
Uh-huh.
Look underneath the door to home. What is that?
Oh, that's the black hole. You can see this on mobile.
Oh, is that mobile?
If you see it if it's on mobile,
Yeah.
there's a black hole underneath the house.
Yeah, like you can
Okay.
even move house at some point.
If you have like one of those like little characters that like the goose that run around your screen and mess with your stuff, the little characters can actually grab house, and then you'll see the black hole also. So
Fascinating.
just on my stream real fast.
I also want to really quickly take a screenshot of this because it looks like there's something inside of House's eye. Give me just a second here. I might be going crazy.
We all are.
Yeah, no, we totally all are.
Yes.
Yep.
We keep on just looking at this and looking at this. I pulled up random photos of black holes, and I should probably not be Googling stuff on a live.
Not on live. Okay.
You know,
So,
7 o'clock is weirdly important, by the way. I don't know if you saw this, but at 7 o'clock in some areas, like, house will move.
Interesting.
Like, and he'll automatically move in the you'll see the black hole, but it's always at like 7 o'clock.
I wonder if that's because we never see nighttime. So at 7 o'clock is when it starts getting dark out. Maybe something happens and house moves and it goes back to day.
Maybe.
Okay. Does anyone else see the person inside of House's eyeball?
Are you doing screen capture right now?
There's a person?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me switch back. Let me switch this back over to your screen.
Oh.
Looks like a person. Do you see it?
Yeah. That does kind of look like.
Like, I'm not going crazy.
Bit.
If you are, I am.
Kind of see something.
But I'm also someone who can see like a person or a face in just about anything.
We'll get chat's consensus.
Yeah, my
on
brain
it too.
does that a lot.
Yeah. Hold on, I wonder if I can't.
Also, it'll be like 7 o'clock my time in like half an hour, so I'll see if that happens on my screen.
I wonder, do we know? Is there a picture in the gallery? There was one in the art gallery of Eddie, and you could see his watch.
Yeah, I was looking at that last night. It looks weird.
Oh,
right?
Wait a second. That does look like a person.
It's like half of it is black and half of it is white.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
it almost.
I also wonder, like, what time is his watch set to? Out of curiosity, I can't.
Oh, wait. Did we just find something on stream?
The person in the window?
Uh-huh. I don't think anybody's seen that. Okay, so there's like the theory, right, that the actors or the puppeteers are the ones that are in the puppets, the souls of them. Is that House's soul?
Could be.
Is that one of the stagehands who moves the puppets? Who moves House's eyes? Because they said that House's eyes move behind him with like a crank. Or is
that is true?
That could also be the creator.
Because there's that image of Julie with the person behind them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a theory on that. Hold on, let me pull up that screenshot too. Like while we're on things, let me hop into that screenshot really quick. Okay. So in this screenshot, this, if we zoom in, it looks like a studio microphone. Like, you see the cross hatching on it?
kind of does. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. And she's not holding it like you would a hatchet.
Not only that, but if you actually look at it, so these are the buttons on her jeans. She's facing towards
Forward.
Julie, not away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can even see up in here, there's her hair scalp line. So she's head down, facing towards Julie, with what looks to be a studio microphone that's dripping.
But why is her arm almost like looks segmented almost? Or is that just her sleeve?
That's her sleeve.
Up in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's her sleeve. I think that it's supposed to be a
It looks
really
like she's
jacket.
cracking though. Like a porcelain doll.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Up in here.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't we
right.
all?
Fair. She is pointing forward because, like you said, the buttons on her jeans are facing outward.
Yeah.
Let me see real fast if I can get chat to fix how I want it to fix.
A mood. She definitely does look like facing away, but also if we should do it into.
We should do a trigger warning, by the way. We're looking at pretty kind of horrifying stuff.
Definitely do a trigger warning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sahara pretty. What about Napa? No. Sahara. Sahara shows it really nicely that you can actually like see the real like buttons on the jeans.
There we go. Oh.
Not only that, but you can also see knee creases.
Interesting.
Right. So she's 100% facing towards Julie, looking down.
Yeah.
So, like up here would be her eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking down. And also, if you look around in the background, I think, yeah, up in here, there's like spider web cracking. That's not her hair.
Interesting.
Because if that's Julie's
voice actress,
puppeteer,
yeah,
or voice actress, it would make sense that she has a microphone and she's standing behind her.
Yeah, because they have, when you're puppeteering, they have microphones. They have like also usually a prompter in front of them, and they're holding the puppets above their heads.
Yeah.
It would be like a modern microphone because it came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do like 70s microphones look like?
They were kind of bulky.
Yeah. Let me see if chat has anything.
70s studio mic.
Yeah, fish sticks, that's what we're talking about. Most people assume that she's looking away based off of the shadowing, I think, but I think that we're thinking that she's looking towards because of the hairline and the everything about how she's facing. Also, your thumb, her hand, your thumb is in front of you. You wouldn't have your hand flipped behind you.
Also, I think I saw the fly of her pants.
Yeah, and the buttons.
Yeah, she's got the buttons.
Let me pop into that one again. Here you go.
Because I think the lighting definitely makes it look like she's facing backwards, but your thumb's face forward on your side.
Yeah, it's the same on this hand. Even this hand has the thumb facing forwards.
Mm-hmm. We don't really see her ankles or elbows. That's true.
But yeah, that's definitely the front side pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless she got all like
twisted.
Poltergeist twisted, mangled. Yeah.
Yes. We will try to warn. No guarantees because this is live.
Yes. And I will be kind of flipping around the exposures and contrasts for stuff to try to get things to work.
Yeah. Maybe she's distorted. Maybe. We know that Frank's head spins around. And so AJ and I were thinking about maybe that's how his actor died. Was his neck snapped?
Yeah.
So maybe this poor actress got all like twisted.
I also had a theory that all of these people that the creator wanted to make a world for himself, and so he took like convicts who were on death row and put them into the puppets.
Right.
Julie's creator was a murderer, and
I was
that's
gonna
why
say,
we see
you
this.
A
know,
slightly more ethical version of FNAF.
Mm-hmm.
kind of
This-
reminds me, looking at her, who's the one killer from Dead by Daylight
Ooh.
with the
With the
bunny
mask,
mask?
Anna.
Yeah,
Yeah, Huntress.
yeah,
Yep.
kind of looks like that.
I have also like theories about Julie working for Wally because of these flowers, and the flower in her hand is Wally's eyes. And I think that she plants things for Wally and helps Wally out. But that's just
Squid,
my
what were you
theory. I don't
saying?
have any proof of it yet.
The stuff dripping off the microphone, not
Looks
all
like
of
hair.
it's red.
Some of it looks like hair.
Yeah.
Like she
'Cause
bludgeoned
It's
someone.
obvious that there's bits down here,
Uh-huh.
right? So if it was intended to all be blood, I think it would all be red. But there's blues and there's greens.
Mm-hmm. Part of it could have been shadows, but it wouldn't drip like that center one would not drip like that if it was water. See how it's like connecting over?
This one over here wouldn't look like it either.
Yeah. Ooh.
I wonder if I
Ooh.
can't hear. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Did you say y'all thought that was a microphone that she was holding?
We have a theory
Yeah.
that it's a microphone. A lot of people think that it's a hammer, but based off of how she's holding it and the cross hatching, Squid and I think that it's a microphone.
I could see either, because that definitely does look like an old school microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like positioned that way.
And
But it also
puppeteers
reminds me
have
of a mallet.
microphones by them when they're doing their stuff.
Yeah, like on a stand
You
or
know
something.
what's creepy? Looking at it upside down.
Yeah.
So you know the inner mechanisms of a Muppet or a puppet.
Mhm.
They have sticks with hand grips on the bottom. It could be one of those.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks crazy upside down.
Yeah,
I just
it
wanted
does.
to look at it upside down.
The fact that there are cracks around where the head is does also lend some credit to it being a hammer.
You know, the cracks, maybe that's how Julie died, because we have theories about other people, but like maybe she was beaten to death because of the amount of cracks that she has.
May, I'm gonna send you a link to something.
What are you sending it over?
Can I send it over Discord?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let me rechat. Maybe she got her skull cracked and died. Maybe. God,
Maybe that's
can
how
we
she
pull up
lost
that
her
photo
horn.
of the person in there too, real fast?
Yeah, the one of the person in House's eyeball.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how her horn
That
got
needs to
damaged.
go in our theory chat that there's a person there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it very much does.
So May, this is a link to an article with pictures of microphones from the 70s, and some of them look pretty close.
Yeah. Some of them look really close.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay,
They look very hammerish.
It's you, and then...
Like almost this one turned sideways. Let me pull this up for chat and see if they can see it. Like that one on it, like a stick sideways. Yeah.
There you go.
Sweet. God, it's just like there's a hand, a leg, and short hair. Like, chat, are we crazy? Is there a person there?
I mean, yes, but...
So, here's another thought.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a thought.
Yeah.
What if... Okay, so we have to think of it like a TV show, right? Because it was a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's the person at home watching, and this is Wally trying to get out.
Trying to look out through like the TV? Is that like somebody sitting there with like a remote in their hand to change the channel?
I think so. Or I think it's someone like on the other side of the screen witnessing this.
Interesting. I wonder if it's the last episode that got aired before it got pulled.
You know what else it could be?
What's that?
Okay, so here's gonna be a really crazy theory.
Uh-huh.
What if Wally was already in Welcome Home? Like, Wally was sentient, right?
Yeah, Wally also doesn't have a backstory, so that would make sense.
Yeah. And then Wally used House to pull people into the neighborhood.
Yes.
True, like the creators?
Yeah, and like this could be the creator of the show being pulled in through
House's eyes
doing something. Yeah.
Ooh.
By the way, do you think it's on purpose that the marks on Wally's back in this image look like scratches?
Ooh. That could
Or
just be
just
clothing, but maybe.
It does look really weird.
It wouldn't look as weird if the scratches weren't in the middle of his back.
Yeah. Like, it could be just a detail of, like, his shirt or whatever. But it looked interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, even by Panic says they see a couch and someone sitting on it with a remote.
Yeah. Or like a kid standing up to change the TV. Because I don't know, the way the hair's drawn just reminds me of like a blonde little kid.
Nah, you're
like
right,
6 to 9.
So, here's a question then. What if the cast of Welcome Home isn't the creators?
What do you mean?
Like inside the puppets. What if what happened was Wally, in search of real friends, quote unquote, sucked children into the TV?
What if they're children of the creators?
There was an episode of Angel that was kind of like that.
And Wally convinced them to themselves, and that's how they get sucked into the TV.
And then the creators learn about it, and they realize that their children are gone. They cancel Welcome Home.
Okay? Yeah.
And then they all turn on, what was his name? On Ronald Dorlane. Because it's already canon that the viewer is like another neighbor, and Wally does speak to them, but Wally's the only one who has any connection to the outside at all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
the only other person.
The Lost Boys situation. Sorry, I'm just rambling on. But I wonder if
no, you're good.
Lost Boys situation where Peter Pan would the Lost Boys when they got too old or started to know too much.
Ooh, Wally's really obsessed with like being famous, right? Or being the center of attention, right? And being the star of the show. Who praises kids' cartoons the most? Children. Who looks up to them the most? Children. It makes sense why they would be children. But do all the puppets... I know Julie might fit being a child.
Same with...
But I don't know how the rest would fit with being a child. You know?
Sally kind of does. And Sally is definitely... To me, Sally is one of the most interesting characters out of this. With the fact that, her whole deal is that she wants to be famous as well.
I do think Sally is two souls, because her puppet... They made it very clear that her puppet takes two people to control.
Right.
So, like, the director or one of the cast members have a set of twins or something like that. That became Sally. Hi everyone coming in.
Well,
bye E.T. Thank you for hanging out.
In the newer pictures,
yes,
Sally has like half of her face drooping. Like she has one eye closed. Like
yeah, it's like only one person is controlling her right there.
They can only control half of her at a time.
It is interesting. Because the fact that she wants to be famous too strikes me as interesting. Again, because I've talked about this in the idea that Wally is desperate to be the center of attention. Maybe he doesn't like the idea of Sally encroaching on that territory or getting more attention than him.
Yeah.
So I do have another theory.
What's that?
And this one is a little bit outlandish. So
Hi Celeste, thank you for the super chat. We're doing good. Sorry, cut you off for super chat.
Totally good.
We're doing good. We're just going over welcome home theories.
Which is super fun. We love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you got another theory? You want to pull up an image with it?
Yeah, let me see if I have a good image to go with this one.
Angel Dust has not joined yet. Don't think she's a child because she was going to go on a date with Wally. I'm talking about Julie. She was going to go on a date? Where did that come up with?
I was going to say,
I've never seen that. The only parts that are canon, according to Party Coffin, who's the creator, is what's on the website.
Okay. So.
Didn't we also notice... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, go ahead.
This image really intrigues me.
That's what I was going to say, was we noticed that the phone thing kind of looks like a paw print. And Wally's face is in the middle of it.
So what intrigues me about this one, and why I specifically pulled this image up for my theory, is the actual creator of Welcome Home in universe, Ronald Dourdelane, was obsessed with creating the perfect children's show, right? So he managed to create Wally. And Wally is quite literally a living puppet. How we did that, don't know that yet. But for the sake of this area, we're just going to say that he's a living puppet. And then everyone else, all of the other neighbors, are puppets being controlled by humans. And for the beginning, Wally doesn't realize this, right?
Yeah.
But once he learns that they are being controlled by people and they aren't actually his friends, it starts his journey to then make them his friends.
Ooh.
So, Wally was the one who he started with Ronald, because Ronald betrayed him first. That's 0. Then he went on to the people that played Sally. There was 2 of them, 9 and 9. Then, so in this theory, there's still a few that he hasn't gotten to yet. But 8, 7, 6.
Why
8,
are
7,
those
and 6
extra crossed out? You know what I mean? Versus missing versus crossed out.
So I think that 876 corresponds to this, which is, if you look down in, oh, come on, bud. Come on, buddy. Because if we look down here, kind of in the bottom of it, if I can, okay. So down in here, we can't see it on here. It might be easier to see on the actual guy, but it has Sally, Eddie, and Frank, I believe, and it has them as book number 3 for the 3 characters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 for the 3 characters. So I think that lines up with those guys. If that makes any sense at all. I am terrible at explaining myself.
No, you're good.
Let me see if I have a better picture of it.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up that I connected earlier, there's a theory that Wally made Barnaby. Right? One of the toys
did he turn
that
him
somebody
into a chair?
found. Yeah. One of the articles on here says that one of the toys that you could get was a build-your-own Barnaby.
Ooh.
A Build-A-Barnaby.
I think that they're using these toys to spy on kids.
I wouldn't be surprised here. This one has it better. So Sally Starlet and Eddie Deer can be played with for hours with their fellow cut-out neighbors. Included in the number 3 Welcome Home Dollies activity booklet, Howdy Pillar included.
Interesting.
And are, I believe,
They do make a point that Wally's supposed to be on everything. Because he's like Elmo of this world. He's supposed to be on everything. Yes, that is Wally's eyes.
He's in the phone.
I do find it interesting that his pupils aren't as large as, like, when we see the flower and see his eyes later. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also something about the colors of those buttons that corresponded, I think, to something. Was it like Barnaby's paw or something?
It didn't coordinate to Barnaby's paw. I thought it did. It didn't. But I was thinking, like, all the characters. So, like, Sally, Julie, Howdy would be the last 3. Yeah. Maybe, like, Wally and House for the first 2.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. 1 is House, 2 is Wally, 3 is Julie, 4 is Sally, 5 is Howdy.
Let me see if that coordinates to the circle just real fast.
Yeah.
There's something about those numbers, too.
I can't hear you. Something. I wonder if I can't.
Speak up, speak up, speak up. Interesting. Is this like a phone call? The words at the bottom?
I think so.
Phones are really important in this series.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can't make it any more legible. Okay. There's also 999 down here.
9.
Yes, there's a third 9 also. Or sorry, there's a 4th 9 cut off on the edge. And there's 2 9s up there also, yeah.
Yeah.
What is up with 9? Who is 9? That is the question. So, like, we have House, we have Wally, that would be the center, and then Julie, and then the next one over to Julie would be Frank. But if we go the opposite direction, it'd go Julie, Sally, and then Poppy. No. Yes, Poppy.
Right.
Just if we were going in directions of the houses.
Yeah.
Hey, May, I'm really sorry. I gotta go lay down a bit. My head is killing me.
Yeah, go for it. You're good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Don't feel sorry.
I may be back later. You just... I'm getting a bad migraine.
But there's also a 10th one. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0. And 0 is also crossed out.
Yeah. And then there's 2 9s and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the 9 at the very bottom, the 999, if you look at the edge, it looks like there's another 9.
It does.
I wonder if... I would just want to type in 4 9s into the webpage and see what comes up. Real fast. 1, 2, 3. Is that like the 0 was like nothing comes up? The 0 is us because we have a page in Welcome Home.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's interesting that how that's a hidden link for us.
Right.
If we're going with the theory that, like, Wally was luring kids, that would make sense why he wanted a U page for the kids, but it was hidden so that the creators or the real people wouldn't find it.
Yeah.
That Wally is your best friend is what that page says.
Which one?
The U page, Wally is your best friend. If you go to the neighborhood and you click on the you and your link.
Mm-hmm. So,
by the way,
I think I might have found something. Give me just a second, though, to confirm.
Go ahead, Noelle.
I don't know if y'all mentioned this before, because I was only half paying attention because I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
But when you open the So Below page and inspect it, the image is named You're Here.gif.
You're here.
Ooh.
So hang on, if that is a person in there that they're trying to, like, get into the neighborhood, into the website, that's like where they start off at. You're here.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's trying to pull them through the TV. Interesting.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send a screenshot to the Discord.
Yes. So, here's something that I found that I have no clue what it could be. Allow me to change windows. Everyone, please be warned, this one might be a little scary.
This one is not canon anymore.
Yeah, I just
Party
found
canon
up in
said.
here. I just don't know what that is.
The reflection of the light?
But what's it reflecting off of?
I don't know.
Ooh, boogly boogly.
This was the other interesting thing that connects back to this image also, even though this image isn't canon anymore, but on the web's page, which is canon, they do say that they sold a Sell Your Own Barnaby.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Or Make Your Own Barnaby.
Hey, look at that. There's the little cross on his sleeve again.
Yep.
Yoink.
It's always on his left hand. And there's that, image, that, cult hand position.
Yeah, it's the Baphomet.
Yeah.
And it means as above, so below.
Yep.
We'll hop back to that one. I love that. That is so cool.
I have no idea what my chat is talking about. How do we go from talking about theories to South Park? I don't know. My chat is random. If you guys have your own theories, you guys can put them in chat and I'll try to read them also.
Yes.
Or if you have an idea about something. How much of that paragraph can we actually read?
How much of which paragraph?
The paragraph that's at the bottom of that, thing.
Okay. Let me see if I can't.
My camera's not focusing.
Let me see if I can't. We'll do that. We'll do that. That.
There we go. Because it looks like a conversation that somebody was having over a phone call to me.
It does.
Call your favorite neighbors anytime. A delightful message just for you. Is the start of that.
They can't hear you, though. Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. I can't hear you, I can't hear you.
Ooh, so we can't... The toys are connected to that world. And they can...
Mm-hmm.
They can't... We can't hear them, but they can hear us. Interesting. Interesting. what's happening? We're talking about Welcome Home and coming up with theories and trying to look into stuff. Welcome Home is a horror ARG, and it's a lot of fun to try to do.
It is so much fun. You know, I wonder if I can't type these numbers into something and see if they turn into words.
Ooh, like the 9 is a word. I also wonder if it's just somebody pounding on the buttons, is what it looks like. Also, speak up.
Yeah. I wonder if I can't.
Yeah, that just looks like speak up mumbled on the top line above that. And does that first S in there look like a $sign? So that's supposed to be like the price?
Yeah, I wonder.
Mm-hmm. Would you guys, it was just random thought, do you guys consider this a game? I don't think it's a game. I think it's just a lore thing.
I would consider it an alternate reality game.
Not much gameplay though, just looking at stuff and finding. I guess it's kind of like a puzzle when it first releases.
Well, that's the whole point of what an ARG is, though.
Yeah.
So, I'd say by technicality, it's a game.
I think it is an augmented reality game. Because I wonder what would happen if we called these numbers. Do not.
What?
I was talking to chat. Do not actually call people chat.
Yeah, I know. No, please. Those numbers. There isn't a 0. So I was gonna say like maybe they're numbers of the alphabet, but 0 wouldn't make a number, so.
Oh, another one I wanted to look at.
A 0 could signify space, though.
Ooh, it could. Zero could mean space.
Ooh. Because then it's a code.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. So looking at, let me pull up the photo on my phone.
Okay. So that means that we have a 9, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 9.
I don't see any words when I spell it out in my head at the beginning. Speak up, speak up, speak up.
What is the name of that code?
I don't know. Oh, are you putting it in like a code machine? Like,
Yeah.
Like 1s and 0s is a code? Binary code?
Yeah.
Ah, binary.
Okay, so that's 9, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 9, 2, 7, 5, 8, 3, 4, 7, 3, 8. Okay, so it says it's supposed to be a decimal code.
Decimal code.
Codes only use the digits 0 through 9.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so numbers.
Considering we're using 0 through 9. We're just trying to find things on the website that we can find if you guys are curious. I think we already found something. Sorry, go ahead.
I also wonder if anything out of place could be a clue to what the channel was that it aired on.
Yeah, it always says unknown channel.
Because sometimes channels are named like a string of numbers and letters.
Hi. That's okay. We're just coming up with theories. Squid is putting this code into a code machine to figure out if it is an actual code. AJ was also looking at, let me just show chat this real fast. If anybody is good at spectrograms, I need your help. Because we think that the song that Wally sings is a spectrogram. This is what we saw, and I see like high S, and then another S here, and then I don't know what else here. We think that this is a string of words, but we can't decode it whenever we put it into a spectrograph. So that's one thing that we also found. That 9 is crossed out a second time, right? Can you zoom in on that? Yeah. Is it crossed out a second time, or is it not crossed out a second time?
So it's not crossed out the second time.
Interesting. Interesting.
So there's technically 6 9s.
Ooh, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 1 crossed out.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Maybe frequency cipher. Hold on.
Frequency cipher?
Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Odd.
It's thought that home is the only house you can drag away on the neighborhood site.
Yes, that's because there's a black hole underneath it.
Okay, so I'm going to type in, I'm going to do the A1Z26 cipher, and I'm just going to type in every single number that I can see.
Do you want me to read it off to you? Squid?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull it up.
Yes, please.
Because, do you want to also show them what you're typing it into? You don't have to, but...
Yeah, I can show them. Let me pop that over on my screen. Okay. So this is the A1Z26 cipher, and it is used most commonly to turn numbers into letters.
Yes. And it uses just 0 through 9?
Yep, 0 through 9.
Okay. 0, 9, 2, 3, 2, 8. Let me know if I'm going too fast. 3, 9, 2, 7, 5, 8, 3, 4, 7, 3, 8, 0, 4, 9, 2, 0, 3, 9. And then that's as much as we see before it starts getting cut off.
Okay.
Also, interesting that there isn't a 1 in that string of number. There's a 1 later, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to try. So, O can skedaddle on out of there, because all the zeros are undefined, because there is no 0 in the alphabet. So, we'll get rid of those. So now what we're going to do is 92 does not work, but 23 does. 32 doesn't. 28 does. 83, 39, 92, 27.
Mm-hmm.
28 does not work.
Hi, Macy.
Nor does 27. 70, no, 58, 83, 54, 47, 63, 68, 84, 49.
It doesn't look like anything so far.
83. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
So...
I don't think it's that, unfortunately.
I don't think it is an A1Z26 cipher.
The other interesting numbers that we have is going to be on the Welcome Home website. You know that little pile of numbers on that photo that we thought was a signature at first, and we looked at it and it wasn't a signature?
True. Do you remember what those numbers were?
I know you have it in the notes.
I do have it in the notes. Let me check my notes app. Okay, so we thought it was 7653. Nope, nothing fun there.
Okay.
And we can't swap them around either.
I'm gonna show chat real fast the black hole that's underneath Wally's house, just so that they know.
Yes, please.
That's Wally's house. That's what's underneath Wally's house.
Another thing I found, which I think that you find very interesting,
yes,
is this guy.
Yes, that red box shows up multiple times, including one of the links for this website. So if you go to one of the links with the script, there's a GIF with their eyes where Wally's lingers longer and longer, and then at the very end is just that red box.
Those are human hands.
Oh.
Oh.
That's uncomfy.
Those are human hands. Thank you, No. Oh. Wow. That is uncomfy. So I think that confirms that they are human.
I think it does. Because it connects to his own hands.
Yes. So these are all the body parts around him.
Mm-hmm. Like,
this
is his head. Up over here.
Yeah. Oh.
Who's this then?
I don't know.
Here's my theory with this.
Yes.
It's Peter Pan and the Lost Boys again. These are all previous Franks.
Ooh. Maybe. I feel like he's hiding that red box from Wally. And the reason why the only time that we see the red box on the website was on a hidden web page that I don't think Wally has access to.
Ooh, wait, I have an idea. Hold on, let me see.
There's also a photo of, what's his name? Eddie with that red box.
Ooh.
On the Ko-fi.
So
that red box is key to something, but I don't know what.
What's happening around his eyes? Do you guys see that?
I think it's just stress, but you can zoom in and try messing with it real fast.
I do think it is just the shading, but...
Yeah.
I think it's just shading.
I mean, you can't be too careful with this one. Anyways.
No.
Oh, that's so weird that it is human hands. Does that red box Is that the way to get in and out of Welcome Home? That when you get in, you turn into a puppet?
Ooh.
Is that the key to getting in and out?
Maybe.
And I don't want Wally to have it?
I just thought up another theory.
Yeah.
So tell me if this sounds ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Wally is the only one who doesn't know that they're puppets. And everyone in Welcome Home is trying their hardest to make sure that Wally does not know that he is a puppet.
Wally does know he's a puppet, though. Wally does know, currently, that he's a puppet. He says so.
Could that be why he's trying to break out, then?
Mm-hmm. There's a chat in one of the guest logs, somebody is like, "Oh, Wally, you're such a doll." And he goes, "No, a puppet."
No, I'm a puppet.
Thank you. We're just talking about Welcome Home and Welcome Home theories.
Yes, we love theories.
Hi, Emma Tamlet. Thank you. I'm good. We're just chilling. So, that red box, the fact that it's human hands around the red box, and it looks like he's trying to hide or something, just really throws me off. That is something that they're trying to hide. I wonder if we can find the other photo real fast of, I think it was Frank holding the red box. Let me go to his Ko-fi real fast.
Cool. Because I found another thing that's kind of interesting.
What's that?
Okay. Hold on, let me switch my screen. Because I'm just going through a whole ton of stuff right now. So, hear me out. Look at the background. Barnaby.
Sally.
Or Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Frank.
That's Barnaby.
Howie.
I think that's Poppy.
This one's Barnaby.
That's Poppy
that's
Beak.
Poppy. That's Barnaby.
Uh-huh. Who's that?
Who's this?
Who is that?
Who is that?
I will say he said all stuff from before 2022 is not canon anymore. So I don't know when this photo actually came out.
Let me
But
see.
like, yeah, who is that? Jake Sully.
This is from the About Welcome Home page.
Yeah. But that's not the actual, like, what he considers the website. That's just because they have already said that certain images from there aren't canon. You know?
Yeah. I just thought it was fascinating.
But maybe that is the 10th member, if there is a 10th member, or who got scratched out. You know?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that photo real fast. And I'll send it to you. I'll send it in the group chat so that you can take a look at it on the thing with your little analyzer thing. But let me see here.
Yeah, I don't think that this one's canon anymore.
I don't think so either. But that is interesting that there's a figure there that we have not seen before.
I wonder if he'll come into play later. Because we can very obviously tell who the rest of them are.
Yeah.
Except for you.
Yeah. He's definitely like the cult leader.
Yeah, there's eyes in the background. There's eyes in the background of everything.
Yeah. That's the whole thing is eyes, so trigger warning if you don't like eyes.
Trigger warning for balls.
Okay, hang on. So this is a photo that we should look at. And
Ooh, what is that, Noelle? Oh yeah, that's Noelle sending the thing. Sorry, I just saw the photo that you sent in the general chat.
I had already completely forgotten about that. I'm gonna be real.
Mood.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
This
Just
thing.
like,
Me too.
This thing is one that is
Ooh.
popular. It's not on the website, so it's not canon yet. But where is the one? There's another one. Hang on.
Okay, I've got it saved. I'll get it opened up.
Yeah, get it open up. Take a look at that.
If I can find it.
This one. This is one also.
Ooh.
This is one we need to look at. I'm trying to see if when this was posted. Oh yeah, this was posted like 28 days ago.
Cool. I will save that one as well.
Ooh, there's another vinyl that they posted. Welcome home
Ooh.
theme. A joyful jaunt. Something something. We need to take a look at these records. This is something that they also posted.
Yes.
Ooh, this was posted yesterday.
Ooh. Ooh, saving that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the one pulled up
Thank you, Macy.
so far.
Do I need a hand? No. You might want to just crop that real fast. It might be easier if you just crop it, but yeah. Yeah, so that's definitely Eddie. I wonder if they start turning into a puppet if they don't have enough souls? And that's why Eddie is limp there. And it says you'll be okay.
So.
Thank you, Kira. Hi, twin.
Here's what I feel.
Yeah.
Like, gut reaction looking at this image, right?
That Wally killed him?
Not that Wally killed him. That Wally killed the person who puppeted him.
Oh, is he saying this to the puppeter soul that you'll be okay, and he's bringing the body to him to become the soul?
I think so.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's just like a gut reaction. Was Wally killed the person behind him, and now he's like making him into again a real friend.
He's like, here's your puppet. Here's your new body. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting.
Because what's down here?
Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't quite line up. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? Because that's on his arm. You can't see his legs.
No, but it looks.
It looks like he's spilling out. Hang on. Go look at the other photo I sent you. Real fast.
The butterfly?
Yeah, the one with the red box.
Yeah, let me crop that one too.
I'm trying to mess with that one right now.
Cause it looks like he's spilling out, and if you look at the butterfly one, he's like cut in half. Trigger warning if you're new here.
Very big trigger warning. Going.
And it looks like he's trying to reach for the box out of his chest. You see that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
His eye looks like Sally's eye.
Yeah.
It's like he's being attacked by the butterflies. He's dating Frank.
Butterflies, Frank.
Yeah.
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 Did Frank give this to him to protect, and it ended up backfiring?
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. And how does he split? And it looks like his soul's grabbing it. Or who is grabbing it?
That's creepy. Okay. Hold on, it says something in the hand. I can see it.
It says something in the hand? Frank sent the butterflies to take him out. I don't know if Frank did because they're dating. Canonically, they're dating. They're a couple.
Oh my gosh, I can see it. It's right there. I can see it, but I can't read it.
Let me look.
Like, please tell me I'm not crazy. That says something.
I don't know.
I don't see what you mean.
I don't either. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
This also isn't on the website yet, so it's not technically canon yet. But are the red letters?
Oh gosh, wait. No, I can see them. They're there. I am so close to my screen right now. Like, hold on. Let me see if I can't get it on my phone.
Okay.
And see if I can't.
Doesn't it also look like he's holding something in his hand?
Yeah. It looks like he's almost holding the letter.
It looks like he has like something else in his hand. What do you guys think, chat?
Here, this kind of shows it, May. I'm sending that to the general chat.
I don't see what you see.
Amelia?
Come on, buddy, please. I feel like I'm going
Somebody
crazy.
said, Buy Panic says that they agree with you.
Is it like,
Panic.
do you see like a line of kind of very faint white text across the hand? Is that what you're seeing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I kind of see it.
I kind of see it. I don't think you're gonna ever be able to read that though.
No.
If it is words. Sad. Can we zoom in on the last photo with all the props and stuff and see if we can read how much we can of that? Because that's props that are going to be used later. Ow, my foot's falling asleep.
No, man, no.
Tell it to wake up.
This is the episode where Squid loses their absolute mind. Okay. I've got that pulled up. Switching over now.
Because this has like a bunch of CDs and letters and writing. It was posted yesterday.
Ooh. Okay, let me see if I can't.
I noticed it says number 5 is the question of who's your best friend.
Yeah.
On all of them.
Oh, yeah, they do have something about flowers. Flowers.
There's a handwritten note up at the top, but it's like folded over. I think it says hello. It says hello and then some writing in that cursive.
I can rotate this.
That's kind of bleeding through. Hang on, does that red record say drowning with Wally Darling? Did somebody drown? No, drawing with Wally Darling. I thought it said drowning.
Wait, look, there's home again.
Yeah.
I love the HP printer.
We are experts at reading, guys.
Yes, we are.
Hold on.
Barnaby home.
Ready for this?
What's up?
Look at that. Look at that. We can read that now.
Ooh, I have it hello.
Wonder if I can't. Ooh, I wonder if.
Hello, something.
Okay. So hello.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn clarity down.
Ooh, the envelopes too are color coded to certain people.
Ooh.
There's that color coded to certain people. We just got to determine what colors go with what.
Yeah.
Because that one's not going to be written from Wally.
Yeah.
Which, if it's not written from Wally, it means that the other ones are sentient too.
Ooh,
That's okay.
Ooh.
We're going to be on here for a bit longer. Okay.
So this is me to tell.
Somebody told me to tell. Who's that somebody? What's that first word?
I don't know.
Somebody told me to tell. Is it you that something?
Does that say paint?
Maybe. Can you zoom in more on it?
Unfortunately, this is the furthest we can zoom.
Without
cropping. But I do think that says paint.
Somebody. It looks like. Who is that? Like. And also the top. Does that say hello or does it say something else? It says something S at the end.
Wells?
Yeah.
Wally.
Wells. There's no Y though. And then
it could be WALLS or.
Somebody told me to tell you that something paints. INEVO this.
Okay. What are the names of all of... Okay, so it looks like 3 letters. So I think that this is someone talking to Wally about needing more paint.
Yeah, it does look like more paint. But I don't know if the top says... I don't think the top says Wally necessarily. It says Walls?
Yeah, like WALLS, like short for Wally, like a nickname.
And then who's the... Somebody told me. Who told them?
Oh, I think it's you. You told me to tell you when I had more paint.
That's a message from the shop owner, Howdy. That's Howdy's letter.
Okay. So that means...
Walls, you told me to tell you when I had more paint.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's what the first letter of that is.
Yeah. That makes so much sense.
Wait, all the letters that the people are getting, that this collection people are getting, come covered in paint.
They're letters from Wally.
Wally sending out these images for some reason. Okay, can we read what's on these discs is next? I got Welcome Home, and the first one is the Welcome Home theme song, and then a joyful something. And I can't read the rest.
That one has Wally's hand on it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's drawing with Wally. It's Wally with a paintbrush. But I don't know what's the words right next to it also. Because the top says Welcome Home, and then it says something else. And then I think it says Part 4 or Part 7. Looks like Part 7 to me, which means that there's 6 other discs.
Yeah.
One of the questions on the 5 questions is something about to the flowers also.
Hey, Squid.
Yeah.
Do you still have the edited version of that hand with the where you can kind of see the text?
Da 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 da. Let me re-edit it and I will send it to you.
Thank you. Because I
You're
think
gonna
from
zoom
where
in
you had it
more.
edited, I might be able to make it a little more clear.
Ooh, yes, 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 yes.
Just hard to be able to tell because the photo that you originally sent had the screen markings on it.
Mhm. Okay, let me.
I can't read anything else.
I might as
What's
well
on
put
there?
my Adobe subscription to use while I still have it.
See ya, bye, Panic. Thank you for hanging out. Hi, Candy Lover. Hi, No Name. Just a chill stream today.
Let me save a copy of this. And let me get that into here.
It is nice to know from the Ko-fi that he's still working on this because he's on hiatus right now and might actually like get rid of stuff because somebody doxed him.
Yeah.
Somebody doxed him and he's feels weird about people drawing NSFW for the characters.
Oof.
So
Which is so beyond valid.
Yeah.
That is so beyond valid. Okay, let's take a peek at these. So I can't make out any more on here than drawing with Wally Darling.
Yeah, I can't either.
No.
Ooh, if that is text, if that is text on the hand, it extends onto the red square or rectangle.
What?
It extends to red? Interesting.
Oh my
if
gosh,
it is
you're
in
right,
fact
it does. Oh my.
There's always a chance we're reading too much into this, though.
There is always the chance that we're reading too much into this.
I think it's interesting how Frank is also surrounded, not Frank, Eddie's surrounded by flowers in that one, but they're not colored in. Because that Julie is flowers.
The more I mess with it, the more similar like box markings are appearing in rows and groups along the.
I am also seeing those.
And I can't tell if that
looks like a code.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's a code or if we're just going crazy.
I think, hold on, May, let me share the screen so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, I just pulled it up a little bit for stream, but go ahead.
Okay, so here's what we're talking about. You see up in there?
Not really on our screen.
Yeah.
Not really on our screen. Oh, whoops, hang on. Ignore that.
Oh, there we go. Now we can really see it.
Oh yeah, I see it better now. Zoom in a little bit so that my chat can see the white line a little bit more.
You see those, chat? You see
There's
those?
dots up above it. There's a line going down from the hand. Do you see that also?
Yeah.
It looks like there's like a letter or something. Because very boxy.
Yeah. I can almost make out letters.
But do you see by his fingers, Squid, those dots?
Yeah,
up above?
here?
Yeah, and then there's letters on the other side, on the letter going up.
Yeah.
In a way, the shape kind of reminds me of home.
Is it a drawing of home? Can you crop Can you bring the crop image up?
Yes, give me just a second here to save the original image and do things, and it'll be...
Let me ban someone real fast. Actually, I cannot do it from there. I gotta do it on my phone.
What are we needing?
Is it already gone?
Which message?
The Lightning McQueen message.
I don't see one.
Oh, never mind. He just said something else, so I'm going to... How do I ban him?
Oop, nope, I got you. Boop. Done.
Did you do it? Cool. Thank you.
I got you. Alright, let me save this image. And my welcome home art.
Apparently, I needed to refresh the page I have your stream on because that did not appear for me.
Yeah, it was like weird and wouldn't appear on my phone either. The second message did, but anyways.
And that's fun. Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is.
I'm gonna move that off chat for a minute until we get enough chat messages. You guys can spam for like 2 seconds so that the messages disappear from my thing.
Spam, 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 spoom.
Boom.
Boom. Y'all get
Spoom.
permission.
Name your favorite kind of jelly bean. Anyways, yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, I wasn't going crazy.
Can you send a screenshot of the person in the house so that I can send it to Haley and Mars real fast?
Yeah. Yes.
Pew.
Go fast. Go fast.
Yay. I'm gonna
save a copy. Okay, copy made. Copy this one. Oh. Okay, there's that one. Okay, and that browser. Type in jazz. I'm home.
music. I was gonna turn on some music.
Okay, I have it open again. Let's see if I can't get this ball rolling. We're so good at this, team. We're so good at this.
We got this.
We're just amazing.
Ooh.
Why did the term "we got this" remind me of a song from a Disney Channel movie?
Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean and the sun and the sky. We can't do that.
No.
I knew all I could say was that it reminded me of one.
No, wow. I need this one now. Okay, that's this one for me. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Do things.
Okay.
Yes, up the contrast. We're gonna mess around with everything. Save the copy. Then we'll open it up to the new one. Which should be this one, I believe. I hope. And
Did you... Because Not just like a painting accident, you know?
Yeah, that is 100% not a painting accident. That should be the one that I'm in. What if we up the exposure down to contrast?
Hi, Jelly.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh, come on, buddy. Show me.
Come on.
Show me. Show it to me again, please. Buddy. Okay. So here it is, a little bit better. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Okay, it's almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. Come on, bud. You can do it. You can do it.
I need to stop being reminded of Disney songs from this simple conversation.
Up, there it is, there it is. Yeah, it's almost house.
It's not very clear.
Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Wonder if I can't. Why must you do this to me? Is that any clearer for you?
Kind of. I just don't know if stream can see it.
I love that they're cheering me on.
I think I might have gotten it to be a little clearer.
Maybe it'll also change. I do see the lion coming up from his hand.
There we go. I got it. How's that one?
Better. It does look like words. But it could just be an image of house. It does look like house.
Or if, okay, so you see how it makes, like, a square on the letter, right?
Yeah.
And then it has multiple squares inside and outside of the square.
Yeah.
What if, and hear me out, this was supposed to be the original layout of the neighborhood? Or it could also be Morse code. Those are dots and lines.
Yeah.
Could be. But do you not see, like, by his hand is the door. Top left is an eye, top right is an eye. Or a window.
Mm-hmm. But there's also some more up on top.
Interesting,
like, top
there are.
Over.
Hmm.
Oh, come on, bud. Ah. Too right. But yeah. Because there's even more, like, on top. But it seems to be a repeating pattern. These two are the exact same.
It seems to be over... Okay. Is it just on that, or is it also on Eddie?
I don't see it on Eddie. I think it's just on the hand and on the letter. But we're gonna use my approximate Morse code knowledge really quick. Because it's a repeating pattern. Dot 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 is S. So dot 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 dash dot dash is My dad made me learn Morse code.
Hi, MHA fan.
I used to look up Morse code for fun.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of it.
House does speak in Morse code.
Dash dot dash is K. So that's SSK. SSKS.
I looked up an answer.
That in Morse code.
To it if anyone wants it.
What's that?
Okay,
I looked up the key to it if anyone needs it.
Oh, okay. It's definitely something there.
Okay, I tried SSKS. I wonder if it's KSSS.
Thanks, No Name.
No, it could also be that we're looking at something that he hasn't implemented yet.
Yes. House also speaks in Morse code. If you did not know that. But Wally doesn't seem to know Morse code.
Then I wonder if this is from House in Morse code trying to talk to the other residents.
Maybe. Hi everyone.
Welcome back, Bye Panny.
Welcome back.
Woo!
So yeah, because there's Wally singing, and he asks House. He was like, "That's all that Barnaby taught me. Do you like it?" And House responds in a series of knocks that says yes or something like that, or I do. And Wally says, "That's good, I think." So he didn't actually translate it.
Yeah.
He's like, "I think that's good."
Wait a second, here's another thing that I just noticed. Okay, so this one's a little bit harder to see, and I just noticed it because of computer being a computer. So down here on the side of the inside, I wonder if I can't. It almost looks like. Oh, I don't know if we can see that. Can people see that? Maybe. But
Depends
I can see
on what.
very clearly on my screen, but it looks like there's someone standing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you see that?
Kind of. What's that right next? Ooh. Interesting. Is there anything else in there?
If we look on the other side, because I highly doubt that a lot of this is like unintentional, just because it looks so intentional. Ooh, there they are. There they are. Better.
Yeah, person there. Is this like the real world? Somebody tore
maybe.
open Eddie to grab the letter from the real world?
Oh. Ooh.
That does look like a misshapen Earth.
Because we see Frank with real human hands holding on to the letter. And then now we see Eddie being torn in half with the real, with the letter, with a hand reaching out.
Yeah.
Ooh. It is morbid. It is. Hi, weirdo. Your local weirdo. Interesting name.
Ooh.
Interesting. So yeah, I think we're seeing in these images, like with the house image too, that we're just getting glimpses into the real world. But how they travel from the real world, we don't know. We just know that this red box is very important to it.
Yeah,
the creator's trolling us.
Other people could see us. If the creator is trolling us, I'm going to be so. Oh.
These are
I'll find it funny, but also cry.
Really, really quickly. Look at his other arm.
Yeah. He's always had like super beefy arms, but I don't know.
It almost looks like he's deflated.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like he's melting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's nothing in the shadows though, so that sucks. Oh, sad. That would have been the perfect thing to hide things in the shadows in.
Maybe it'll come up later when he actually posts these to the website, if he does.
Ooh,
you know? This scares you? It is pretty scary. I like it, though.
It is terrifying.
Look like he's been cut in the torso. Yeah, it does look like he's cut in half here.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the result. Like, Wally's dragging him back because he was just cut in half earlier in that other photo. You'll be okay. He's taking him to house because it's so dark, maybe?
Maybe.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, I can't see anything in the shadows, though, so...
But, okay, hang on. When you're messing with this, do you see his legs or do you not see his legs? I do not.
Nope.
I don't.
I just see
I think he's
void.
cut in half here.
That would explain... I know what that is.
What is it?
Magician's hat on wrong.
Legs.
What?
This.
Wait, yeah.
Might be one of his
yeah.
legs.
It might be.
That could be.
Because it doesn't seem to be connected
to the arm. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. So that's how Eddie dies. We have a theory about how Julie dies, with her getting bludgeoned to death, and Frank's head snapping.
Macy, no. Macy, no.
What did Macy say?
He has no body to talk to.
I approve of that joke.
I do not.
So.
Ray, just remember, in a couple months, you'll be subjected to non-stop dad jokes.
IDK, he looks like it, but I also feel like he would have been... there would have been blood if he got cut in half. In the other photo, we do see blood. We do see blood in the other photo.
So hear me out on this.
Yes.
So, here's what I think is the timeline. Okay. So we'll start from the beginning. Yes. Welcome Home gets made.
Yes.
And we've got puppets. Kids love it. It's cute, right? Welcome Home gets canceled. Okay. For not being good enough, children not enjoying it, whatever, low ratings, whatever, right? Ronald puts him Chucky's himself into Wally. Okay. And he then convinces all of the other staff working to themselves, or each other, one of the two, and then he pulls a Five Nights at Freddy's and sews their bodies into the puppets. And the red envelope is their soul. And if they ever access their red envelopes, they'll remember everything that happened.
The red envelopes are their memories from when they were human?
That's what I'm thinking.
I wonder if the envelopes are sewn in them. That's why Frank was cut in half and why... why Eddie was cut in half and Frank is surrounded by body parts?
That's what I'm thinking.
And they got them and they're freaking out because they know now that they're not puppets.
So here's what I'm thinking. We had the picture of Frank with all of his all the Frank body parts, right?
Yeah.
and human hands holding the letter.
Yes.
Every time that they find out what happened to them, Wally or
House.
I just said his name. Ronald, Wally. It's them. And then throws their body away. And he builds a new one so that no one else gets suspicious. And here's the thing. Frank has accessed his memories, and he's trying to keep it hidden from Wally. And he's trying to help Julie access her memories.
I wonder if all the ones crossed out or missing on the telephone are people who have accessed their memories, and that's why they're crossed out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Because it would make sense, because Wally's a crafter. Wally's painting and crafting and...
Yeah. And he's... Is You'll Be Okay him getting ready to get rid of his memories again?
I think so.
So people got crossed out, got their envelope? Maybe. Yeah.
Because that would explain where the missing 10th member is.
Imagine if House made Wally go insane because of the pic of Wally in the house, and he went insane, so he did all of this, and then something. I think Wally is the one in charge and not House, actually.
I think that House is an unwilling accomplice, because House is the only way to get people from the real world into their world.
Yeah, but I don't think...
Wally just wants to make a perfect town where he's the center.
Yeah, I think Wally uses House. Because we also see House bleeding, and House can't move, can't say anything. Wally doesn't even understand House. So I think Wally's just using House.
I think that Wally is using House. I think that Wally is torturing House.
What if, it does damage every time you pull somebody in to House?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I panic. Stop House abuse. Leave House alone. Let House live.
Yeah.
Stop House abuse.
Stop House abuse.
Hashtag Wally is over party.
I don't know, I feel like Wally is the main villain.
Yes. There's a lot of things about if Wally is villain or victim. And I feel like a lot of people think House is controlling Wally, but I don't think House is controlling Wally.
I think that Wally is trying to create his own town.
I think that House is just a tool Wally uses. So maybe Wally,
everyone's tool Wally uses.
Yeah. So, maybe Wally got somebody sucked in and that was House first, and that's how they use House?
What if House is Ronald?
That was also my theory. But then who is Wally? Is Wally just a sentient? Wally is himself?
I think that Wally was a failed experiment. I think that Ronald... So, we're gonna go a little bit biblical here. Have you ever heard of the Tower of Babel? So the Tower of Babel, the essential story of that is workers decided that they were going to create a tower tall enough to reach heaven, and then everyone could go to heaven. So they build and they build and they build, and God tells them, hey, stop building, this is not going to end well, don't. And they continue building, they completely ignore everyone who tells them to stop. And they build the tower, but the punishment for building the tower is that they all speak a different language now. Like, none of them can communicate with each other.
Mm.
And it's a story, in its essence, about the hubris of mankind. So I think that Ronald wanted to build Welcome Home, essentially his Tower of Babel. And for the downfall, for his hubris, he got turned into House.
Interesting. So he can't communicate with anyone.
So he can't communicate with anyone. Because he wanted to play God.
Yeah, I do think that the creator wanted to play God. And I think now Wally wants to play God. I know that there's a lot of Satanism references in this.
Because there's the pose of Baphomet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's ups down.
Oh, you cut
There's
out.
also 7.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my explanation on that little thing, and I'm gonna draw on my skin for a little bit. Do as I say, not as I do. Do not draw on your skin. So, Wally has a cross.
Yeah.
On his sleeve, right?
Mm-hmm. Always on his left hand.
Yeah. So when he's looking at it, it looks right side up.
Mm-hmm.
But when other people look at it,
it's upside down.
It's upside down. Mm-hmm. The upside down cross, while it is technically St. Peter's cross, has in modern days a very large reference to Satan. So I'm thinking that Ronald played God, and he made his 2 sons, Wally and neighbor number 10. Wally, as Satan, who thinks himself is like Jesus, killed number 10.
Mm-hmm.
And he then ascended.
Like Cain and Abel.
Yes.
And he became sentient after killing him.
I think so. I think he gained sentience.
Realized
he was not the only star, and then killed him.
Who is Ronald? Ronald is the creator of Welcome Home. He is, like, in the lore, he made Welcome Home. But, okay, hang on. There is a lot of references to apples also. So, a lot of references to apples. And they even say Wally's favorite apple is, I forget what kind of apple that they say, but it is said that Wally has a favorite type of apple. He eats an apple and he becomes sentient. What is up also with Wally eating from his eyes?
What?
Wally eats with his eyes.
I hate that.
Yeah, there's actually a photo of him on the website of him laying face down in a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he eats with his eyes.
Oh.
So that's why whenever you see Wally staring at you, I believe it's a threat. He just eats with his eyes.
Y'all don't eat with your eyes. Nah, my parents, I do that all the time. It's just weird when someone else does it.
No, it's canon that he eats with his eyes. This character on the screen eats with his eyes.
You do his eyeballs.
So shield yourself.
Because this has to do a lot with religion, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about Welcome Home if you're new here. A lot
there are,
like, with a religion.
When including a home, there are 7 houses, and that is, like, seen as a very holy number.
Yes, because also Eddie is the only one without a house. He has a post office, but, like, with Howdy, they say, like, his house is part of the shop. Eddie's the only one without a house. It's a post office.
Mm-hmm. True.
Maybe he lives with his boyfriend.
But that goes back to the thought of why Eddie is in limbo, because he doesn't have anywhere to go home to, and why he can't remember where he came from. Put your eyes away.
Put them eyes
You
away.
know, I wonder, because apples, Garden of Eden, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, that's like the main. So it's either Garden of Eden or Apple of Discord. I'm leaning more towards Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
In the Garden of Eden story, the most popular version, Satan tempts Eve to eat the apple. And then she tempts Adam to eat the apple, yes?
Yes.
I'm thinking that the apple was there all along, and that Ronald ate the apple first, and then convinced his entire team to eat the apple.
You want to know something else? Howdy comes from an apple core.
Oh, Howdy was the apple. Howdy is
a caterpillar, and he comes from an apple.
Guys, Wally's not the villain.
Howdy? Maybe.
Howdy is the villain. I feel like
with a name like Howdy, it has to be.
I still think Wally's the villain, but
oh yeah,
I do still think Wally's the villain. That was just a fun
really funny.
I accidentally clicked on you and
Also,
you became large squid. I meant to just turn up your volume. Boop.
You got me fixing my bra strap too.
Sorry.
That was hilarious.
Hi.
So fun. Hi.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things. Is Wally actually a villain or is he the victim?
I think both. Because if you think about it from a biblical perspective, Satan was technically a victim. Because Satan's ideology in the Bible was he wants to make sure that everyone can return to God. Because what's better than returning to paradise? But he went about it the very wrong way. And for having an opinion that differed from Jesus' golden boy, he was cast out of heaven and shamed.
So, we think that Wally is similar to, like, Lucifer, right?
I do think so.
That's, like, our theory. That's Squid and I were talking about this, too, a couple days ago. We think that Wally is... What if Wally won instead of... But hang on. If the neighborhood is the 7 layers of hell, then that would make sense why Wally's in charge.
Too.
And he tempts people through home to get them to come to him. Tempts them to commit a sin to come to him. Usually offing themselves, because technically that's a sin.
Or murdering others.
Yes.
That would make sense as to why...
So Julie, in this photo here, kills someone. Frank snaps people's necks.
Eddie cuts people in half.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Have y'all ever seen the movie The Bellevue Experiment?
No.
Or The Belko Project?
No.
So the basic premise of the Belko Project is this group of office workers that have worked together for a year and like got to know each other, grown relationships with each other, whatever, are forced to kill each other using common office equipment. And it's only the last one standing gets to live.
Interesting.
I wonder if it was something like that, where all of the people that worked on Welcome Home had something happen to them, and they just snapped and started going after each other. And as punishment for that, they got put into the show.
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. Somebody asked if there's 7 layers of hell. There's 9 layers of hell, and there's 9 neighbors, including house.
Aren't there 7 rings in hell, though?
Possibly.
I think that's a Norse myth, though.
Let me take a look here.
Or at least it's like a different sect of Christianity.
It might be, somebody else. But there's greed, there's gluttony, there's heresy, there's limbo, there's anger, there's treachery, and violence. That's not all of them.
What are the 7 deadly sins?
Greed.
Greed.
Mm-hmm.
Greed, gluttony, wrath, lust, pride.
Yes. The 7 deadly sins are similar to the 9 layers of hell. So the difference is there's also the first circle of hell is limbo, then lust, then gluttony, then greed, then anger, then heresy, then violence, then fraud, then treachery. So,
because here's a question, not including Wally or House, because I think that those are 2 different things. Do we have the 7 deadly sins?
That is a good question. When we were looking at it, can you pull up the neighborhood just real fast on your screen?
Yeah, I got you.
So we said if we're basing it off of the 10 layers, we said Eddie is limbo. Somebody put lust as Sally because of her wanting to be like the center of attention.
I wonder if Sally would then be like greed.
They put Howdy as greed because he's the only one who takes money and takes payment for things. He's the only one who requires payment. Everybody else doesn't. Greed, and then they put anger as Barnaby because of some things that have been said. I forget what heresy actually means.
I think heresy is like leaving the church or convincing others to leave the church.
Yeah, it's something about going against the church and like
that was Frank.
What the church.
That was Frank. They put Frank as heresy.
My boy.
Because he doesn't act like everybody else, and he's very knowledgeable and very smart. They always say he's very smart. And then violence and fraud, and then treachery. I think they put fraud as Wally and treachery as House. That leaves Poppy with violence, but Poppy might have not been violence. Poppy might have been something else. I'm just not remembering it correctly.
Here, hold on.
This is unrelated to the current topic, but when I was looking at it last night, I did see something that looks like a typo, but with how purposeful this website is, I doubt it's a typo.
Is it
on the about?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is it that weird text thing that pops up?
It's on the. It's the last line of the about us before the FAQ, and it says, "To that we our happy to open our front door to you, neighbor." Instead of our, it says our. Let me take a screenshot.
I think that might be a hint towards there's more than one person here. That it's not just Wally. I think as things go on, because we only have 5% of the story according to Party Coffin. Hear me out. Wally could be a creepy uncle. Yes. See ya, bye, Panic. Yeah, I think that that's just called to that there's not. I don't believe that Wally's the only one sentient.
Okay. Hear me out on this.
Mm-hmm.
So, 7 neighbors, not Wally, not House.
Mm-hmm.
We have pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth.
Mm-hmm. I think
Pride?
sloth would be Poppy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
So sloth is Poppy. Pride is Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pride would be Sally.
Greed would be Howdy.
Yes.
We're gonna skip lust for now because lust is a weird one.
I'd put Julie there, but yeah.
Julie for lust for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure envy would be Barnaby.
Why envy? Why Barnaby?
So specifically in his little guy. So share characteristics with one another. I just feel like Barnaby is very envious of the other neighbors. I don't know.
He's always wants to be also center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always like making jokes
like...
and interrupting things.
Because Barnaby is almost never seen on his own. Barnaby is always seen in accompaniment with somebody else.
Hey, Squid, we can't see your screen, by the way, if you're trying to show us it.
We can't?
Oh, hang on.
What?
That might just be my stream. Okay, I got it fixed. Never mind. It was my stream. I was stuck on the Sally image.
Oh, no. So then I feel like wrath would be Frank.
Okay.
Actually, put Barnaby under gluttony.
Okay.
Because pipes. And then the only person who we're missing is Eddie. Eddie for envy?
Maybe. Where does Poppy go?
Eddie almost... Poppy is sloth.
Oh, right.
But I feel like Eddie would be envy as well. Because so many people just rely on Eddie to do absolutely everything, and Eddie never gets to really hang out with his friends, and Eddie never gets to... I feel like Eddie's envious of the freedom together.
Eddie even takes packages to Poppy, because Poppy won't leave her house.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie never gets a day off. Like, all the other residents get to hang out and have fun and kind of goof off and do whatever. Eddie and Howdy are the only two with a true job.
Interesting.
So we have the 7 deadly sins, and then we have Wally as Satan.
Uh-huh.
And then we have House
as God.
As essentially God. Yeah, like House is the judgment that brings people to Satan. To Wally.
Huh. Does he bring him to Wally, or does Wally use him?
I mean, wonder
that's
if
not...
like a River Styx.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's not mutually exclusive, bringing them to him and Wally using him.
True.
That is true.
True. Let's talk real fast, because we know that neurodiversity is really big key here in this neighborhood, we know for sure it is 100% confirmed that Wally is autistic.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other characters? That's not
agree with you
confirmed.
that Poppy has agoraphobia.
Yes, Poppy, I believe, has agoraphobia. Poppy is also trans lesbian, if you're curious. But
oh, we love that for her.
yeah. But yeah, Poppy doesn't want to leave her house. Has Eddie deliver things to her. She's rarely seen outside of her house, and is worried that bad things will happen to her if she leaves her house.
Mm-hmm.
What about other people? I feel like Julie has ADHD, possibly autism too, but like we see Julie we see Julie stimming.
Mm-hmm.
And I can Julie, so I want to put ADHD on her, but I don't know how you guys feel about Julie having ADHD. That might just be me putting myself on Julie.
I personally agree with Julie having ADHD. I think that Frank has OCD.
Yes.
And I think that that's why him and Julie get along so well.
Yes.
I could also see Frank having autism because with his like special interest in butterflies, and there is art of him doing the hand flaps thing.
Same thing with Julie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially in males, OCD and autism go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Just like how in females it tends to be ADHD and autism.
Yeah. Let's say that they all have different diagnoses. They could have the same, they could have more than one. But let's say that all of them have one for now. So we have Wally autism, we have Frank
I feel like OCD.
We have Julie ADHD.
I feel like Howdy has dyslexia.
Howdy has dyslexia? Why do you say that?
It feels right. So on his store, he's constantly putting things up for absorbent sales, yes?
Yeah.
Like 100% off, kind of everything.
Can
and
we pull
on
up
a lot of the art. What are we pulling up?
Can we pull up Howdy's webpage real fast?
Pulling up Howdy's webpage now. Howdy's webpage.
Howdy is a pillar. Howdy pillar. I can't read that off of your screen, in my screen.
Howdy Pillar is Welcome Home's friendliest and happiest shopkeeper. This colorful caterpillar knows his store like the back of his hands, which is impressive considering how many hands he has. Charismatic, quick-witted, and remarkably jolly, Howdy always seems to have whatever his neighbors need, with a price that just can't be beat. Howdy was a small-time caterpillar who wanted to start his own business, of which he accomplished in home as a much larger caterpillar. His bodega was named Howdy's Place, and alternatively known as Bugdega by Barnaby, of which he is their most loyal customer. Howdy was said to have originated from an apple core in a tree alongside his plentiful brothers and sisters, many of whom Howdy would offhandedly mention a plethora of by name throughout the show's run. Illustrated material typically depicted Howdy standing behind the counter of his bodega and at the open window along the side, especially when he is part of skits with other residents. Howdy is rarely seen in the neighborhood sets beyond special occasions, with one of the only other instances being to visit or deliver goods to Poppy himself.
Okay.
Howdy would often exchange funny jokes.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Howdy delivers. I thought it was Eddie, but it's Howdy.
Howdy Pillar.
Cool. So I don't know. He's always writing signs, and I never see him accidentally spell something wrong. You know?
True.
Maybe he has dyscalculia.
Ooh.
But I never seen him spell anything wrong yet.
So here's something.
Yeah.
Old scripts provide strange lingo to describe the various ways how.
Ooh, what was that? You cut off.
Sorry. Old scripts would provide strange lingo on describing various ways Hattie would prepare the hot dog for Barnaby. Huh.
Yeah, he would do like these like really interesting ways of how he would prepare it, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna look up like common mental disorders.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Just for like a second.
I'll say the picture you have pulled up right now, Squidney, I thought that book looked really weird.
We thought so too.
Yeah. We couldn't because it looks like a C and an L and eat, tea, pitchfork, fork, smelly shapes.
Lovely eat.
Just kind of. See? Soap.
Soup. That's a soup can on top of the head. We were looking at it before. We thought it said soul at first.
Nope, it's soup.
It's soup.
Good soup.
Soup. What would Sally have? I also kind of wonder if they all have like just parts of autism, different sides of autism.
Here, look at that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So this has like the traits of all of them.
Uh-huh.
So like empathetic, creative, persistent, perfectionist, imaginative, energetic, problem solver goes to this side.
Uh-huh.
And then like depression, fatigue, rumination, memory challenges, burnout goes over to this side. And it has like, wow.
Interesting.
You know,
so Sally would be energetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she always wants to be the most famous.
Mm-hmm.
And then where else would that go to? It's difficult to read on our screen for the live.
So we'll zoom in over here a little.
So that goes towards like ADHD, yeah. What else? What are the other categories?
There's also ASD, autism spectrum disorder, DCD or dyspraxia, developmental coordination dyslexia, and disorder.
What's the
so okay? That's how
below ADHD. What's that? Because it's right next to attention.
Focus, synesthesia.
No, down by attention. The one branching off of attention.
Oh, FASD. Let me look up what that is. Let me pop up another screen. Actually, you know what? We can just look it up together. Because we'll be good. FASD.
Fetal alcohol.
I'll be back.
Ooh, what was that?
I will be back. I have to go give a cat insulin.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, so fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. What are the effects? Growth deficits, physical defects, behavior problems, attention and memory problems.
We see her eye drooping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing.
Yeah, fetal alcohol syndrome.
Poor coordination, hyperactive behavior, difficulty with attention, poor memory, because she remembers she comes from the stars, but she doesn't remember where. Learning disabilities.
Yeah.
Vision or hearing problems.
Mm-hmm.
They also say small head size, and I don't think that fits her. Because she needs two people to hold her head.
Puppet.
And also shorter than average height. Technically, she's larger. Mm-hmm. She needs two people, but...
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
What's TBI? Let me look that up really quick. TBI.
Traumatic brain injury. You guys can suggest other ones too if you guys think about it.
Yes, please suggest.
Or have one
that would kind of make sense. Because TBI can be from like a concussion. So if she fell from the stars.
She did fall from the stars. She fell from the stars. I do not see like hyper. I don't see like hyper attention or anything for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I see drowsiness for it, and I don't think drowsiness would be.
Yeah.
That.
Because I know kids with more hyperactive disorders tend to get injured a lot as children, which can then lead to a TBI.
Why are we naming the disorders? We're talking about what we think all the characters have for disorders, because they all have disorders. We think that Wally has autism. That one is confirmed that Wally has autism. Mm-hmm. We think that Frank has OCD, Julie has ADHD, Poppy has agoraphobia. And we're trying to determine what Sally has.
Yeah.
Sally always wants to be the director of plays, which kind of reminds me of BPD. And gets upset when people do not follow her directions, like Barnaby.
You're right.
Because with BPD, you see other people as like dolls. Like you don't see them as actual humans. Yeah. They're just kind of like dolls in your headspace, and it can be very difficult for people with BPD. But they always want to be center of attention too. And they're the center of the world, like a star is the center of the universe. They're the center of their world. I think that Sally has BPD.
Ooh. I think you're right on that.
No mini modding also. That's also a rule. Our mods will handle it. My mods are the ones who post the rules. So yeah, we also don't have that many people in here, so it's not too big of a deal right now. It's when there's like 100 people in here that we kind of freak out a little bit. So Sally has BPD because she's the center of her world. And she wants to direct people on what to do and where to do it and stuff.
I think you're right.
Eddie has no idea. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go with that. Eddie has. What is Eddie? Eddie has. Doesn't know where he came from, so that's like amnesia. Can't remember where he's from. Does he have... Is there anything else? He always goes on the same pathways, I'm guessing, for delivering mail. Let me look up Eddie's, like, bio thing.
Maybe...
Ooh, what was that you cut out?
Sorry, I said maybe Eddie has Asperger's. So Asperger's is very much similar to autism, but Asperger's is
I thought Asperger's was no longer a thing anymore. I think they got rid of it.
Did they?
Yeah, because it had to do. It's an outdated term, I believe.
Ah.
Yeah,
What's
it's
the new
outdated,
term?
and the guy who created it was a word that I'm not going to say on here because I don't know if it's banned or not.
Ew.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, that one's an outdated term, unfortunately.
What's the
But
new term?
it's just autism.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. He's clumsy and forgetful.
Hmm.
It.
Ooh, okay. Clumsy and forgetful.
Um. Can't remember where he came
Developmental
from.
disorder?
He likes arts and crafts and would teach other
Mm-hmm.
residents. What is like one where you forget a lot?
So there's DCD, or there's also short-term memory loss caused by a TBI.
Hmm.
It can be short and long-term.
I am back.
Hi. We diagnosed Sally
Yay!
with BPD because she wants to be the center of
Hmm.
attention and she wants to be the director and like treats other people like dolls almost when she is the director and wants to be
Mm-hmm.
in charge. Um. So that's why we chose that.
What if Eddie
Hmm.
has early onset Alzheimer's?
That's what I was thinking, or dementia. I was thinking dementia.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh.
but then he would be able to remember where he came from because usually with those ones you don't remember the past few minutes, but you remember old memories.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
is
I was
true.
confused. Helping other people through labor. Uh,
Hmm.
his mother was vaguely mentioned. He focused on preparing mail correctly.
Mm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Villager noises. Hmm.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm. Um.
I'm just looking through all of these.
Barnaby is a resident with the resident jokester, like always like causing trouble and stuff. Um,
I think. What about Dravet syndrome?
what's that?
So Dravet syndrome, also known as myoclonic epilepsy of infancy, is a severe form of epilepsy that appears during the first year of life with frequent seizures that are rare beyond age 5. Later, you 80% of sufferers show poor development of motor skills, hyperactivity, and a difficulty relating to others.
I wouldn't say motor skills because he always fixes stuff with labor.
Hmm, true.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get that one out of there.
Oop.
This is fascinating. I'm learning so much.
Reminder to not say your age if you're a minor. Pretty please, thank you. Hello, Marie. Welcome. We're just chilling and reading.
I will just insert the rules because it's been a while since I did that.
Oh.
Um. Okay. Yeah, you don't know who anyone is on the internet.
Yeah. It's spooky out there.
It is getting close to 7. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about before ending this?
I'm going to do a lot more research into neurodivergency and things that cause them.
Yes. And see what symptoms pop up. I do think that we did pretty good with finding out Sally's, but we can always change it later too. Okay. I think that we're gonna end this stream here. We're gonna get going because I gotta finish up my Julie cosplay.
Can't believe the fucking thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being awesome. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.